This daily dose is brought to you by Pirate.Black. ARRR!
Yeah, so Pirate Chain, as everyone knows, is one of the most, or if not the most, anonymous cryptocurrency on the market, and utilizes ZK snarks to shield its transactions. So it was, no pre-mine, no ICO, IEO, nothing. Started from the community, and then just continued on as a community project. So,
yep, absolutely, fully decentralized, volunteer-run cryptocurrency, more private and secure than Monero,
yep,
and any other cryptocurrency going. Okay, so and barter.com, and I'll have the links in the description below, is a project that you've set up, Quartermaster. It's not part of, doesn't belong to Pirate Chain or anything, but
well, yeah, yes and no. I mean,
yes
it does in spirit.
Yes,
because we're all volunteers in the community, doing things on behalf of the promotion of Pirate Chain. So that's exactly what barter is, and where it came from. The thinking behind it is to enhance, everything going on with Pirate Chain. Because at the end of the day, I think we all agree that the aim is to use Pirate Chain as an alternative to the current collapsing fiat system.
Mm-hmm.
The concept basically arose. The concept's out there. We already have the fantastic Armada.com, which is a program for businesses to accept Pirate Chain from their customers. And as a long-time moderator in Telegram, I saw lots of comments about, well, that's a bit complicated for me as an individual. What if I want to sell something and get ARRR for it? And I thought, hell, why not? I mean, it's not that easy to use crypto out there, so let's make it easy for everybody, and let's make it easy for the most private of all, Pirate. So I thought the best solution would be a classified ad style website to enable pirates to do several things. First of all, it enables them to make ARRR, selling stuff that they may not use it has no KYC, obviously, so you can acquire ARRR without having to go to exchanges, without exchange fees, without fees for swapping Bitcoin or any other crypto into Pirate. So it has that huge advantage. But the main point behind it is to use ARRR as a means of transacting. And what it does, it enables people to get in touch with each other of the same mindset, who are willing to use ARRR. I mean, by being a member of Barter, you're literally guaranteeing ARRR acceptance, because it's a requisite to be a member of Barter is you have to pay a membership fee, a very small one, just basically to show that you have the ability to transact in ARRR. So the membership fee is in ARRR itself.
Okay, it sounds a little bit like a sort of eBay, but an eBay that uses Pirate Chain. Is that right?
Well, yes and no. It's more like more akin to something like Craigslist, because it's a classified site. There's no auction. There's no auctioning. There are no listing fees. There are no end of sale commissions. Once you become a member, that's it. You can post as many adverts as you like. It does take a little bit from the mainstream in that there are levels of membership. So if you want to pay a bit more, you have more photos, better exposure, that kind of thing, which is pretty mainstream. But that, in essence, is really for people who want to contribute more, who feel like that it's a worthwhile thing, and they would like to spend $30 instead of $10 to support the project, because everything that it does earn is going towards upgrades. It's going to make it just a better application altogether as time goes on. We had to start pretty basic.
Yes.
Yeah.
But why a membership scheme?
Two main reasons. The first and the most important is that the membership has to be paid in ARRR. So you are literally proving your ability and willingness to deal in ARRR. And secondly, because I'm just a one-man show here, and I don't have the resources to constantly fund this, so it does need some ongoing costs covered. And if I want to upgrade it, which I will do, as time goes by, then it needs to be funded somehow. And I am a man of limited means.
I got it. Okay. And when did it start, and when has it got going?
Well, as Drake can attest to it, we are a volunteer community, and many people have good intentions. But when push comes to shove, it's quite hard to follow through sometimes. So I actually started the concept, crikey, probably 7 or 8 months ago. But in the end, I had to go outside of the community for some help to build it. We finally got it done about a month ago now. I think we kicked it off earlier this month at the monthly meeting of the Pirate Chain, and we've had a pretty good response so far, I must say. And we just need to keep the momentum going now, and good things are definitely on the horizon for this.
Okay, so let me get this. So this is like Craigslist, but it's a membership only, different levels. People pay for the membership fees in R. The membership fees help pay towards the upkeep and the running and the server costs or whatever. And then people can use this to buy and sell goods. You got, I suppose, in much the same way as people would on Craigslist. You can buy and sell goods on this, right? Okay. And
absolutely.
And what if people want to transact in something other than R? Like if I go on, I become a member, and I see something I want to buy, but I want to pay in a proper privacy coin like Dash.
Nice wind up there. The deal is this, okay? We ask you to show that you have the ability to transact in R. Now, I'm not going to insist that every transaction is done in R. When pirate meets pirate and they do a deal, and one of them says, "I want to use R," then the other one should agree. That's like the spirit behind it, And if somebody says, "No, I'm only taking dollars," then it kind of defeats the object. And if that kind of thing is I'm made aware of, let's say, we might have to discuss the membership of that person. Right. So it is. It's there for a specific purpose. We're not going to stop anybody using Monero. Great, that's all part of the push to get out of fiat. But it's an encouragement to use R as it is intended to be.
Okay, and then what are the guarantees for the buyer and for the seller? Like, I'm going to send you some R, and I don't know, send me some books or something. And then what if I never get the books?
Okay, well, if you do that on Craigslist, you do that on any other classified site, it's the same thing. This is why we encourage people to try and form local communities to transact with people they have some kind of relationship with, whether that be in person or online. But just like any mainstream classified site, they'll tell you, beware scammers, try and deal locally. Look, and there's certain red flags that will pop up. We're also working on a solution. The initial solution isn't perfectly satisfactory because let me explain that. I'm building an escrow site to go alongside it, so that if there is an issue, people are worried about sending R directly to somebody not receiving goods, then you're going to be able to use a trusted pirate chain middleman. We're going to try and make that a much stronger solution, a more trustless solution through a blockchain efforts, which perhaps Draeth can talk about a little bit more. It's a very complicated project to try and develop, but it's something we're definitely going to follow up on.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So essentially, what he was referring to is the idea that I put forward to a couple of the developers I'm in touch with, essentially using Pirate as the means to do escrow services, right? So the way that would work is, not only escrow services, but trading Pirate with any other coin or token trustlessly. Because what it essentially does is, the idea is utilizing Pirate's memo field to contain information in a transaction that's generated that essentially says, okay, so this is what I should be scanning the chain for on one side and then the other side. And then once both of those conditions are met, that's when the funds are distributed to each side. That's as simple as I can really put it, and as much detail as I really want to go into at this point in time, because it's
Sure.
still in the very, very, very early stages. So it's still in the research, phase primarily. So, but it's something that I'm currently working on that I think will be not only a huge help to barter, but to everything else as well. Imagine trying to transact privately, and instead of having to find a middleman that you trust to send funds to, and then the other person sends you funds and so forth, you can just do it without that middleman, and you can rely on the fact that it's done trustlessly to trade actual currencies.
Okay, very good. And what sort of goods and services will be available? Because if it's pirate chain, people could use this to buy and sell. Will they be able to use this to buy and sell illicit services like drugs?
No, this is not. This is not a dark web thing. It's it's the whole thing about, you talk about privacy coins with Monero and the dark web, and this is why it's going to be shut down. Or at least this is my personal take on it.
Mhm.
Pirate's not here to encourage illegal activities, to try and do things under the table. It's trying to do things on the table in terms of change.
Right.
We want people to go about their business using pirate chain, or at least I do, using pirate chain. It's not a platform to do things illicitly. It's apart from the fact that I don't want to spend any time in jail. All I'm trying to do here is encourage the use of it. There's no reason that using pirate chain should be illicit. We
Sure.
should be open about it. We should be
Sure.
saying this is better. We're not breaking your rules. We're not trying to harm anybody. We're trying to improve on what we've got. And so from that point of view, no, it's a totally open platform.
Open, legal, public, not dark web, like a sort of an equivalent of Craigslist, but one that uses pirate chain instead of the local currency.
Yeah.
Okay. Now,
And see, the key thing about this is that it makes pirate chain do what it's intended to do, and that's be an actual currency, a means of use between means of use of exchange, a means of exchange for goods and services, right? So just like how you have stores, like actual businesses on the Armada, this is meant for the average Joe trading goods and services for pirate chain.
okay. And what sort of stuff do you have for sale currently, Quartermaster?
Oh
Somebody has
well,
a guess up there.
that's anything from a handbag to a palatial home in Costa Rica at the moment, and
Wow.
anything in between. So there's no limit here. I mean, whatever you've got that you want to turn into R, or whatever you want to use it for. I mean, you could post literally anything. I mean, a rocket to a peanut butter cup. I mean, whatever you like.
Sure. Okay. And then can people also use it for selling services as well?
Sure. Yeah, look, it's a basic platform at the moment. I wanted to get this in motion.
Mm.
So it's not a very sophisticated platform yet. But what it does is put pirates in touch with pirates, and they have a messaging system. Now they can either use that, knowing the privacy issues with being on the World Wide Web, or once they're in touch, they can start using pirate chain memos within their wallets and become completely private.
Mhm.
But there's nothing to stop them saying, hey, I'm a plumber, hire me. I work for R. I'm a babysitter. Anything like that. You could, or I'm an employer. I'm looking for people who have got the mindset that I'm looking for, people who understand the concept behind R, and I'll pay you R. You could use it for anything.
Very good. Very good. Okay. Well, I like the sound of that. Now, how are you going to get people to know about this project?
exactly the same way as we want them to know about Pirate Chain. I mean, we are a volunteer community, so everybody within Pirate Chain is the marketing arm, and everybody who signs up for barter is the marketing arm. So they're encouraged to tweet, to Instagram, to post their listings. Um, I do the same, on behalf of barter. There's a barter Twitter account. There's encouragement across all our social media. As much as we can, we'll do.
Okay, very good. Very
And
good.
there's you, of course.
Yes, 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 my fabulously shadow banned channel. Okay. And then becoming a member, how does somebody do that? Do they need to give their full details? Because you said there's no
No,
KYC.
well, no. Obviously, you want to give other pirates an idea of your location. So
Right.
you sign up with an avatar name. You could be the pirate name from one of your chats, whatever you want. You put a region of where you live
Yeah.
within a country, just to give a broad idea, so that obviously, as we said earlier, local trade is probably the way to go before the escrow stuff kicks in.
Yeah.
So that's it. Oh, an email, and if you're willing to be contacted by phone number, you can put that in as well. But it's not obligatory.
Right. Okay. Otherwise, people will contact you by email or telegram handle.
Yeah, they can. I mean, on the website on barter.com, there is a contact us form. So that's no problem. Any questions? And I have a Telegram account which is currently invitation only for members, just to keep scammers at bay,
Sure.
if that's possible on Telegram. But people know me pretty well through the main Pirate Chain chat on Telegram. So we have so many avenues now on Pirate to contact us about anything.
Okay. So people can join. They don't have to give their full details. They give a approximate location of where they are. They pay their membership fees in Pirate Chain, and then they can start posting or responding to posts for goods and services. Now,
Yep.
just one of the things I thought: can people use this for buying and selling cryptocurrencies?
In theory, yes, but it's probably not a sensible idea at the moment. I mean, it's not an exchange.
Hmm.
We don't have the mechanisms to do that sensibly. I mean, I think you want to stick to exchanges for that at the moment. I mean, look, we're just about to be on atomic dex. We're just about to be on Quartal atomic swaps. Those are being tested and they are imminent. So there's no need for us to overlap those kind of superior services for that kind of thing.
Right. Okay. Well, you going on Atomic Dex would be really good because then people can pay through that.
Excuse me.
And in which countries are you operating in?
Yes. You name it. I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, we could be anywhere in the world. It doesn't matter. If you want to list something and you're prepared to do a Caribbean to England transaction, then you can do it. If you get what Pirate is all about, then there's no reason for you not to join this. Even if you don't think that you're going to be a prolific buyer and seller, joining up and posting something that you don't want, you're showing the world that Pirate Chain can do what we say it can, and that is be used as a currency. So if you are a fan of Pirate Chain, you want to see the change happen, sign up, post something. The Christmas present that you got last year, you hate it, swap it into R.
Yes.
Just support the project.
Well, not just that. I mean, I'm sure everybody's got something lying around, books or furniture, or in my case, I'm thinking I've got a tandem that nobody. I love riding bicycles, but nobody in my house will ride the tandem with me. So, what use is a tandem on its own, right? But I could post a tandem. Now, you did say to me, and I want to make sure that this gets said, that the membership fee is lifetime. If somebody were to advertise something, is there a time limit on how long that ad is up for?
Well, let me clarify. The basic membership, which is $10 equivalent in R, is lifetime. The enhanced memberships, which will give you things like featured ads, unlimited photos, etc., are annual.
Okay. And
Okay.
$10 payable in R.
Yeah, but in terms of how long do your ads last, it's like any of those platforms. You know, if it's been on there for 6 months, it's going to be at the bottom of the list. You know,
Right.
and if you see what I mean, it's not a new concept. If you understand how classified ad sites work, that's how it works.
You know, as everyone knows, this is a community project. You know, and this is something that came from Pirate Chain itself, specifically from Quartermaster, and you know the ideas that he has floating around his head that I discussed with him for quite a while, and I'm just so happy to see that he got it to production and you know in use. And being a community project, I would love to see the community get behind this. You know, because this is how we got to where we are today. It's just the community. Like Quartermaster's been saying, if you're a fan of Pirate, you know, sign up, post some stuff, use it. You know, we're making things that are actually usable to the public. So if you want to support Pirate, this is what we have to offer. Use it.
Follow the treasure to pirate.black, because financial privacy today is freedom tomorrow. ARRR!